Tuesday, and I'm back out on the dock here, and you see a lot of great looking plants coming in. You know, fall is still a great time to plant. More moisture, the ground's still warm, plants that get rooted out and ready to go for spring. Here we're looking at some beautiful 10-gallon Japanese maples. I believe these are garnets, but we also have Tamiyukiyama, and then a nice collection here of these 15-gallon green giant arborvitae. Beautiful plants. Again, a nice mix of plants coming out on the dock here. We got some drift roses. You know, they're still got some buds on them, but pretty much starting to shut down right now. And then the Iteas, this is Henry's Garnet, but we have Little Henry and a few others. They're starting to show that fantastic fall color. And Itea I really like because you got the spring blossoms and this fantastic fall color. Here we have some Nepeta. This is Junior Walker. And you can see nice heavy full 19 centimeter plants. There are still some perennials that are looking nice. They're in the houses right now, and you know, they haven't been hit by any cold. We haven't really had a freeze. In some areas you might have had a frost, but nothing really as far as a hard freeze as of yet. So perennials are still looking good. Here we're looking at some Veronica Moody Blues. Coming over here, we got a few 19 centimeter Vinca, and then now these are some Emercalis Happy Returns. And, you know, they're starting to show the fall color, but, you know, the guys are actually going to start cutting these back, both the Stellas and some of the Happy Returns. So keep in mind, if you're ordering Emercalis going forward, they may be cut back perennials, but the root structure is fantastic. We're looking at a grass that's nice, steel blue, the burgundy color. This is Standing Ovation. It's part of the American Beauties plant pool. We're looking at some Hydrangea Quickfire in 3 gallons, and most of your paniculatas are showing some fantastic fall color. You know, they stop blooming right now. You're going to see some of the dried flowers on them make great cut flowers, by the way. But look at the nice 3 gallons as far as structure. And coming down here, we're looking at Liriope. This is Silvery Sunproof. We're seeing a lot of these going out on shipments now. This is our 5-gallon Ilex Calaber Denso. We have our 3-gallon Buxus Winter Gem. Nice, heavy, full 3 gallons, great value. Quick look at some 15-gallon Emerald Green Arborvitae here. Again, nice size and shape. I pulled one of these off to show you. This is Logella Spilled Wine. You can see here the foliage hold up nicely. You know, the Buxus Uprights, this would be Green Mountain and Cranberry Creek. Then we also have some other plants like the Thuya that make nice little Christmas tree decorations. You know, a lot of these are going out now for people that may have small space, an apartment or condo, or just want to decorate a little bit outside. So keep that one in mind. And then, wow, check out the buds starting to come out on these Pieris. Several varieties of Pieris. They're all looking good. Hollies are great for not only your landscape, but also the fruit makes it a great Christmas plant. You know, many people will buy that plant and use it for decorations throughout the Christmas holidays. You know, a lot of landscaping going on here. Here's a popular one. This is the Gray Owl Juniper in 3 gallons. Nice size. I'd look at those Pieris there, and then here we're looking at Eagle Pines, big, heavy 3 gallons. Then coming down here, we have our 3-gallon Blue Star. Consistency, a great looking crop here, and nice color. And coming over here, we have a few of the 2-gallon Paniculatas. And here we're going to swing down here and look at Picea 80s. These are 3-gallon Picea 80s. Nice full threes. You know, here we're looking at PJM Elite in 3 gallons. Big, heavy, full plants, loaded with buds, ready for spring. See a lot of these on the dock, and they're starting to load some on carts here now. But these are a Buxus Green Gem in 5 gallons. Again, we have 2s, 3s, and 5s. Nice variation. Price points for you in all boxwood types. So here we're looking at 2-gallon. These are the New Gen Freedoms. Then here we're looking at some 3-gallon. These are Winter Gems. And junipers are looking fantastic. We see a lot of these big 3-gallon Pronanas every week here. So you can see that's a great value. Good color on these 2-gallon Blue Stars. And I think I showed you, these are the Gray Owl Junipers again in 3s. The New Gens, this is Independence here. And then in the background there, you see a nice grouping again of those 3-gallon Buxus Winter Gems. Looking at Buxus Freedom in the 5-gallon, and exceptionally nice full plants here, as you can see, full to the bottom of the can, good value. Still seeing a lot of grasses going out. Here we're looking at some variegated miscanthus. Other varieties going out are still looking great. Some are starting to throw some plumes up, but these add interest throughout the season. Great color in the 3-gallon Bernie bush. You know, they're starting to color up in the landscape. And then, you know, here you're looking at some 3 gallons. Nice size, great color. There's another one we see quite often. This is the Barberry Crimson Cutie. So this is the non-invasive plant from Worry Free. And you can see they still have some nice color. Beautiful 3-gallon crop. Here we're looking at Buxus Little Dust. Some of the 5-gallon dunces, and these are 3 gallons. And again, you can see the nice full plants here, full to the bottom. I like Scalaba dunce. Check out the consistency and size on these 3-gallon Mr. Bowling Ball. More of those green John boxwoods. And up here, more azaleas going out. You know, the azalea crop looks sensational this year. You can see new gens are hot. These are 2-gallon Freedom. So we have Freedom in 1s, 2s, and 3s. And this is a great looking plant here. Again, boxwood blight resistant. On the way back and forth from the dock here, I just wanted to pop my head in here and show you a few of the perennial houses that are still looking good. So dianthus is one plant. You know, we have several crops out of the year. And you can see here, these are magenta in the Paint the Town series. And there's still a lot of buds in the plants here. You know, they got a nice fragrance to them. They got a lot of color still, and they haven't not yet shut down. So as you can see here, still have buds. Several varieties of dianthus are still looking great. Another popular perennial. This is Monarda. This one is Rockin' Raspberry. And as you can see here, the fall foliage on it is stunning. Very popular plant for spring planting. Again, the ground is plenty warm enough, right? If you get these plants in the ground, they get rooted out, they're going to come out. You already have your plants bought, ready to go for spring. Here's another plant out of the American Beauties program here. This is Rudbeckia Little Gold Star. And then you can see here that they're just looking vibrant right now. You wouldn't believe it. This is the first week in November. You know, we got great color on them. They still have buds in them, still going strong. Rudbeckia Little Gold Star. Here's another one to think about. This is Phlox subulata Emerald Blue. You know, and there are several varieties here at the nursery, but you know, I like Phlox subulata. It's this time of the year, it likes cooler temperatures. So it typically blooms early spring and then kind of slows down through the summer. And as we get into these cooler fall temperatures, it may come out, as you see right now, give you another blast of color. So if you get these in the ground, you'll get a little spot of color right now. They get rooted out and you'll be ready for that spring display. Here's another perennial that's looking really good right now, and this is Geranium Roseanne. We also have Azure Rush. And as you can see here, this one starts to bloom early spring and continues on right through a hard frost. It's really a workhorse for the landscape. We still have some great looking plants that are showing some color.